on, dude. You just said.
Oh, welcome back to another episode of Modern Motors. Today we're gonna do, is it even recording? Welcome back to another episode of Modern Motors. Today we're gonna be doing wireless charging.
Okay, how do we do this? I forgot how to film already. Welcome back to another episode of Modern Motors. I figured Crystal should do the intro because she's literally every thumbnail for the most part.
Doesn't mean anything.
Makes sense, she should do the intro every once in a while. But anyways, we've been gone for a really long time. If you do not care what we're about to say, you guys can skip where it says skip. But this video today is going to be about the wireless charger. You can watch it all the way through. A lot of good informational stuff. It was a very confusing process for us. Yeah. If you want to skip it, you can skip it. But anyways, we're going to tell you about our lives and where we've been because some of you guys do care. But where we've been for the last month. For those of you who stayed, get a load of the last guys, huh? What losers? Who skips? Anyways.
Welcome, our real fans.
Yeah,
anyways.
welcome to the real fans. Whoever skipped, yeah. Well, hope you learned nothing.
I was so confused what you were talking about.
Where we've been for the last month. I know you guys have been waiting for us to put content out. I don't think we anticipated not putting content out for a month, but it just happens the way it does. I'll be honest, for my mental health, I am not reading as many comments. I am trying not to respond back to some of you guys. It's really hard because I have grown an attachment to a lot of you guys and I want to respond to you, but sometimes it can be a little hectic and a little much. To be honest, the monetary value is really cool and really great, but we don't get that much, and I make a lot more for my job, so I'd rather focus on other more important things. So anyways, with that being said, for those of you guys who cared about us and want to know where we're at, I greatly appreciate you guys reaching out. For those of you who didn't care about us and just watch a channel to just hate on us, shout out to you. This video is about the wireless charger, and we are trying to help the community as what we always do. And just as a reminder for the people who are new here, the people who have been here, this is a 2.0 build. This is not a QV. This 2.0 build is what you guys pay to see. You guys do not pay to see a QV, you guys pay to see a 2.0. So if we had a QV, which again is not the option, it's just we have to have more subscribers and grow a little bit more before we get into those types of purchases, because it doesn't make sense because these are depreciating assets. Depreciating. We'll talk about appreciating assets like the IS300 we just sold. We made $6,000 after driving it for 2 years, and that's why I like Japanese cars. But anyways, you guys pay to see these mods. We can do a lot more mods with a lot better of a budget. QV gets into a little bit more of an expensive price point. And then I'll be spending my own money, which that doesn't really make any sense for us either. Make sense? If you guys remember the last video that we posted, it was for the 2020 console, and we learned that didn't have wireless charging the hard way. That was not a cool time. So as anybody would do in our position, we got irritated about a whole nother 2020 console.
Just to be sure.
Just to be sure we weren't crazy.
And guess what?
We spent a few $1,000s to get that QV console. So actually, I'll show you guys a whole bunch of parts in coming videos you guys will get to see. So this is the 2020 console that's now taken apart, and you guys will see why we took it apart. These are, I'm not going to talk about these too much, but these are going in. Those are my favorite. So some of you guys already bought parts off of me that I've been selling. Just recently bought a race mode. If you guys aren't following our Instagram, that's totally on you guys. And we bought a lot of things from a Crash QV, like a plethora of stuff. And so I got to get rid of it because I don't need all of it. I just bought it because I got a really good deal off a whole bunch of stuff. So with that being said, I haven't made a decision yet. I'm pretty sure this is the one that's not going to be used. I think that's what me and Crystal have decided.
Wait, which one is this one? Yeah.
We think, we don't know, but pretty sure this one's gonna go up for sale. So there's two options. We can either just put it up for sale and just sell it, or we can do a buy-in raffle, meaning 20, 40 bucks, and we just raffle it off to like a limited amount of people, like 40 people or so. We can do that. Just let us know on Instagram if you would like to participate in a buy-in raffle, or in the comments, and let us know. And then we have this piece here, which is a carbon piece, really nice piece. I posted this for sale yesterday. I have a few people interested, but again, I think they're a little bit higher budget items, so it may be better for a raffle. I'm gonna do a project later this month, later this week, I think. I don't know when I have time to do this project. So if you guys know, I have a 2020 shifter, 100% plug and play in our Giulia right now. I have bought this as a test dummy with our old 2017 shifter, and I'm gonna try to change out the internals to see if I can make it work. That's a big maybe, but you'll see that content when it comes. This video was successful in the sense that we learned a lot, unsuccessful in the sense of getting the wireless charging to work. So if you're watching this saying, are they gonna make the wireless charging work? You got your answer now. You don't have to stay for the whole video, but I really appreciate it if you did. One of the other pieces that we got, and we're gonna cut towards the end, you're gonna see us day one. Basically, we're gonna be pulling this whole console apart and figuring out what's going on. Day two, it's very light. You just kind of see me and Jose trying to figure out the whole wiring process of this. And then, after you see all that, I'll cut back to us so we can show you how it ended. Yeah. All right. And just like movie magic, everything is already out. Everything's good to go. Everything's already unbolted. Last time we made this video, someone was like, it doesn't take 3 days to take the console out. FYI, to actually take the console out, it's like 10 minutes. Just, you know, we were trying to figure out a whole bunch of other stuff. So don't judge me for my movie editing. So yeah, this took 10 minutes to get out. If you guys remember, I like made jerry rig like zip ties to hold this in place. Alfissimo, Jason, sent us out that part, sent it out to us, and when he watched the video and noticed we needed it. So shout out to Jason, really appreciate it. If you're looking at this harness, on this harness, this is the body harness, this is the module harness. I thought I was going to be slick and just cut this whole thing out of the harness and just plug it in. So what I tried to do is I tried to plug in the 2020 harness and see if it even powers the wireless charger. It does not power the wireless charger. Meow, meow, meow. So when you look in the body harness, this harness over here, and I'm going to ask for your guys' help if you guys know anything about wiring. So here's the problem. What powers this are those two cords, the black and the red. That's basically what we have here. That's all this is meant to power. This dead plug. Obviously, we don't need this plug. Dead, no use to us. This plug right here is I don't know what this really does, to be quite honest with you guys.
This one right here.
This red one, we don't know.
Yeah.
What's only 3 things are powering this one are the 2 new added ones right here, which obviously goes to nothing over here, and then this green one right here. That's all that's powering this. So when I thought I was going to be slick and plug it in, it has nothing to plug into, therefore it doesn't work. The logical thing is one is a ground, one is a power. I'm assuming this needs a ground and a power. What I'm thinking of doing, which my lovely friend Jose is helping me out figure out right now because he has more experience with wiring harness, can I just ground and power, basically cut this harness up, make these two the ground and the power, and will it power this? So somebody was telling me something about the ETM, you got to connect it to the ETM, and honestly, there's just not a lot of information out here, and there's not that many people that have both harnesses that can look at both of them. So it's just very confusing, to be quite frank with you guys.
From the body harness to the phone charger, 10-amp fuse in case anything goes bad, it'll kill the fuse, not the charger or the harness. And straight ground to ground from body to charger. We'll see if this works. If it does, Rick owes me $1,000.
$1,000?
$1,000.
I thought you said doll hairs.
Doll hairs. Alright. I don't know what position this thing has to be in to charge.
Neither do I.
You don't want to pass too much voltage to it and make it blow up.
But essentially, if you guys can't tell, we have now the carbon 2020 dash, which is really cool. We have the QV's armrest. And if you guys didn't know, these little knee pads on both sides are actually a different material with the QV, which is really cool because now we have that QV material. But essentially, the project isn't over, but for now it is. So we're gonna bolt everything down and kind of finish everything up. Essentially what's happening is that green wire that you kind of see us talk about just a little bit, that's now preventing us from turning it on. We have the power of the ground. We're checked with the multimeter that everything works, and it does. That last one, we just don't know if it needs some type of resistance or power. So Jose took the whole harness and the wireless charging home, and he's gonna try to figure out what the last potential step is needed. A lot of people are talking to me about the ETM, and it needs to be connected to the ETM. I'm not too sure on how that works, to be quite honest with you, and I don't know if I need a newer ETM. I know I've asked a lot of people on the internet, and there's not that much information, so it really hurts us when we're trying to figure out like how to do this right, babe?
Yeah.
So we appreciate everyone that's tried to help us through this project. We appreciate you guys watching this video. I know this wasn't supposed to be like a video where we took forever to come back. We were just enjoying not being content creators. If you guys don't know, the last kind of big break that we took was what, back in 2021 when we had our son.
Yeah,
that was the last like real big break from YouTube. So it's good for us to pull away and reset and come back with a better energy and a better attitude. I think that's what we did, right? Yep, come back with a better energy, a better attitude. We do have a lot of sponsors that are now helping us put some pieces together on this car. We're kind of finishing up some of the interior pieces, some of the engine bay pieces, and everything's going to start kind of pulling together and tying together. But yeah, I think really excited for how this project is coming to a close. I guess not the close, but like phase 1 of closing out the Giulia project, right?
yeah.
Anyways, that's all that we have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed whatever this video is and how we ever kind of pulled this together. Hopefully you guys thoroughly enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, make sure to reach out to us on Instagram. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully it's not a month from away. Hopefully it's later this week, actually. So talk to you guys soon.
That's fine.
You look upset.
How do I look happy?
Smile.
Like this?
That's what I tell my agents. Smile, so it portrays to the phone. That's horrible.